My beloved child, you may not see it yet, but something has shifted in the unseen. The moment you released them in prayer, something ancient broke off your name. Something your bloodline has carried for generations: rejection, abandonment, betrayal, injustice, was cut from you like a garment that no longer fits. The chain has been shattered. You do not carry that curse anymore. Your children will not carry it. Your children's children will not carry it. You have become the first in your line to break it, and that is why the pressure on your life has been so severe. You were never being punished. You were being purified for something higher, something wider than you have ever imagined. The next 3 days are not just about protection, they are about promotion. Do not be afraid when the silence deepens. That silence is not emptiness, it is sacred space. It is the sound of God moving. It is the stillness before He shows Himself. There is a letter with your name on it that has not yet reached your hands. It was delayed by spiritual interference, but it is now being released. Someone who once said no will suddenly reverse their decision. You will not have to beg for what is yours. You will not have to chase what heaven has already approved. Your only responsibility now is to remain in alignment. Let your heart be clean. Let your prayers be honest. Let your posture be humble. Everything else will follow. There is someone who has noticed you in silence. Someone who has been observing you with a careful spirit. Not to harm you, but to help you. But they were waiting. Waiting for your story to separate itself from the voices that surrounded it. Waiting for clarity to rise above confusion. This person is going to be sent into your life unexpectedly, like a whisper, like a soft knock on a heavy door. Do not dismiss them. They carry a key, not just metaphorically, but spiritually. A key to an opportunity. A key to healing. A key to a realm of provision you never thought you'd walk in. They were hidden until now because your environment wasn't ready. But now it is. The woman who has been exposed, she will try to distract you one more time before the truth fully rises. Her tactics won't look evil. They will look kind. She will pretend to confess with humility. She will speak of pain, of misunderstanding. But your spirit will know. You will feel the tightness in your chest. That's your sign. Do not re-engage. Do not be deceived by emotional theatrics. This is a last attempt to anchor herself to you before her own consequences arrive. God says, don't touch what I've already removed. Don't return to what I've rescued you from. You are entering a time of strange favor. That means people will bless you without knowing why. Doors will open without logical explanation. Resources will appear when you thought you had none. But this favor isn't random, it is a response to your endurance. Your yes in the secret place. Your faithfulness when nobody saw. You didn't collapse when everything around you told you to quit. That strength didn't come from you alone. It came from heaven. You have been walking with angels, even when you thought you were walking alone. And now those angels are going ahead of you to prepare the table, to stir the hearts of those assigned to help you, to clear away the final resistance. The betrayal had to happen. The exposure had to happen. The separation had to happen. Because what you're being called into now cannot be shared with the wrong people. God doesn't mix old wineskins with new wine. You are being made new. Your environment must match your elevation. That's why things have felt uncomfortable. That's why people have been falling away. They were not being cruel. They were being used. Not by God, but by their own unresolved darkness. That darkness could not go with you. It could not hide in your next season. So it manifested now, so it could be seen and severed. You will feel lighter this week. That is not just emotional. It is spiritual. What was sitting on your shoulders has been removed. That heaviness in your chest. That strange tightness in your back. That fog in your mind. It's all lifting. The warfare is ending, and the clarity is beginning. You are not crazy. You were under a spiritual cloud. Someone was praying against you. Someone was speaking word curses over you. Someone was using their tongue like a sword in secret rooms. But those words have now boomeranged back. Not because you asked for it, but because heaven's law demands it. What was sown must return to its sender. You will feel it. A shift in conversations. A change in posture. People will treat you differently, not because you changed, but because your spirit became visible. They see it now. The authority. The oil. The favor. The anointing. It cannot be ignored anymore. Some will admire it. Some will envy it. But none can deny it. Be wise. Be still. Let God continue what He started. Do not explain yourself. Do not chase after validation. You have nothing to prove to those who doubted you. Their confusion is not your emergency. Their silence is not your signal to fix what God already finished. What He exposed for your freedom. Not for your revenge. You are about to be tested with an old temptation. Not because you are weak, but because your level is increasing. The enemy always tests the gate before a promotion. Do not open that message. Do not reply to that invitation. Do not go back to what you had to pray your way out of. God didn't bring you this far for you to repeat what broke you. You are wiser now. You are stronger now. And you know better. The woman who has been exposed will not just fall from your life, she will fade from your memory. God is healing even your recollection of the pain. You will remember it only as a lesson, not a wound. The sting will be removed. The trauma will be erased. The ache will be swallowed by glory. You will not weep for her again. You will not question why it happened. You will thank God for the escape. Because now you are free. Free to love without fear. Free to dream without sabotage. Free to speak without being watched. Free to build without hidden hands tearing it down. The clock has started. The 3 days have begun. Mark this, on the third day, something will shift physically in your atmosphere. A temperature change. A sound. A sign. You will know. It won't be loud, but it will be unmistakable. That's the moment everything changes. That's the moment your name is moved into the approved realm. That's the moment heaven pushes you forward with momentum you didn't even ask for. You have one assignment now: trust and obey. Do not be distracted by temporary chaos. Do not chase the apology. Do not retaliate in pettiness. Your spirit is too precious to be tainted by smallness. God says you are about to laugh again. Really laugh. Not the polite kind, but the kind that comes from freedom. The kind that echoes into the air and makes demons flee. The kind that comes from knowing, I made it through what was meant to destroy me. And I didn't even lose my soul. You will soon meet someone who carries a similar story. You will recognize it in their eyes, in their voice, in their resilience. They will help you without agenda, without taking, without twisting your words. This is part of your healing. This is part of your next chapter. You do not have to do this alone anymore. You're not broken, you were broken open, so the light could come through. You're not abandoned, you were hidden, so the wrong hands wouldn't ruin you. You're not lost, you're being led. Step by step. Word by word. Vision by vision. Finally, God is exposing this woman. And by doing so, He is revealing the weight of glory you carry. You were not meant to be ordinary. You were born for something more. That's why the warfare has been intense. That's why your life has never fit the mold. You are the interruption to a cycle. You are the deliverance in your bloodline. You are the answered prayer of someone who passed away long ago, still whispering your name in heaven. You are not here by accident. So rise. Get up from that fear. Get up from that doubt. Get up from that grief. There is life ahead of you that doesn't resemble what you left behind. The betrayal didn't break you. It revealed you. The lie didn't define you. It released you. The loss didn't end you. It opened the gates of restoration. Now walk forward. Heaven is waiting. If you believe in God, type Amen. Be careful. The next 3 days are extremely crucial for you because someone has found that you are not who they thought you were, and their discovery has triggered something they cannot take back. You must open your heart immediately to receive what has been hidden from you for too long. God says this is not a joke. This is not just another message to glance over. This is the one that was written before you were even born. This is the message that has been delayed through storms, through heartbreak, through the silence of people who promised to speak up for you but never did. The scroll has been broken open now. And heaven has decided that no more shall this remain concealed from your eyes. Your spirit already senses the change. That uneasiness you've been feeling in your stomach? It is not anxiety. It is divine tension. A sign. A pressure that something spiritual is erupting behind the veil. Someone has finally spoken your name in a conversation they were never supposed to have. Someone has opened a door that should have remained shut. They thought you wouldn't notice. They thought your kindness made you weak. They thought your silence meant permission. But God has been watching. And He says your silence has been your strength. Your stillness has been your strategy. The next 3 days are not for fear. They are for clarity. For revelation. For repositioning. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong for you. You are not going to fall. You are not going to lose. You are safe. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now, you are safe. God has already gone ahead of you, and what was meant to trap you will now be turned into your testimony. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Yes, the one you suspected. The one who smiled in your face but whispered against you when the room grew quiet. The one who came close to study you, not to love you. The one who brought gifts with strings attached. The one who planted her roots in your life to dig up secrets, not to help you grow. She has been exposed in the heavens first, and now her exposure shall trickle down into the realm of men. You are going to see something strange with her in the coming days. Her mask is going to slip when she doesn't realize you're watching. She is going to say something that will not make sense at first, until your spirit reveals the hidden meaning behind her words. Trust your first instinct. Do not doubt the whispers of the Holy Spirit. He is sharpening your discernment in this very hour. She thought you were blind. But God says you are not blind. You were waiting. Waiting for the right moment. Waiting for the truth to be undeniable. You are not crazy. You didn't imagine what you saw. You didn't misinterpret what you overheard. You are not too sensitive. You were spiritually targeted because of the light you carry. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't deserve the way she treated you. But God allowed her presence in your life to teach you what wolves look like when they dress like sheep. This is not just about her. This is about what she unlocked behind your back. She has been speaking with someone else about you, someone whose name will be revealed within the next 72 hours. A man. Older. Someone with influence. Someone you once trusted. Someone who now sees you as a threat. Do not panic. God will be with you. Nothing shall touch you. Nothing shall consume you. The thing she has done, it was rooted in jealousy. It was rooted in comparison. She saw your blessings and thought they should have been hers. She saw your peace and wanted to rob it. But what she didn't realize is that what you carry cannot be stolen. It was handcrafted by heaven. It was paid for in suffering. She tried to mimic you, tried to step into your lane, but what she's about to experience is the consequence of touching what God has anointed. She touched the wrong one. She opened the wrong door. She said yes to the wrong influence. And now, the shaking is beginning. But you must be still. You must not retaliate. You must not try to expose her on your own. God says, "Vengeance is mine. I will repay." Let him move first. The next 3 days are when things begin to shift in your favor. You'll notice conversations becoming strange. People avoiding eye contact. Texts that feel cold. Delays that don't make sense. You are not being excluded randomly. Your name is being spoken in rooms of correction and judgment. People are reevaluating the lies they were told about you. Someone who believed a false story about you is going to finally see the truth. Your reputation, which has been quietly stained behind your back, is about to be cleansed publicly by the hand of God. There is something you must do now. You must pray. Not casually. Not quickly. But deeply. You must go into your secret place. Speak aloud the names of those who have wounded you. Not to curse them, but to release them. Their grip over your soul will be broken the moment you name them in prayer. You must forgive, not because they deserve it, but because your destiny cannot afford to carry their residue. Something happened 3 weeks ago that you didn't notice. A shift. A divine transfer. You lost something, money, time, energy, and you thought it was random. It wasn't. It was the enemy trying to steal a portion of your promise before the exposure began. But it failed. You didn't collapse. You didn't backslide. You stood your ground, even if trembling. God saw it. Heaven wrote it down. And now, your harvest has been recalculated. What you lost is coming back multiplied. The delay was never denial. The silence was never rejection. It was God creating space for the storm to pass over you. Don't worry about the woman. She has already condemned herself with her own tongue. She has written her judgment with her own hands. She will try to apologize later, but not because she's sorry, only because her mask has fallen. Be polite. But do not open that door again. God is closing it for you now. Your spirit knew before your mind caught up. That dream you had, yes, the one with the strange symbols and shadows, was not your imagination. It was a spiritual revelation of her deception. She is not alone. There are 3 others attached to her. 2 are women, 1 is a man. They work together spiritually, even if you don't see them together physically. But God says you will soon see their names revealed in peculiar ways. Listen carefully to conversations. One of the names will be mentioned by someone who doesn't even know they're exposing them. That's how God works, confirmation without conflict. You are about to be elevated in a way that requires a cleaner atmosphere. That's why all of this is happening now. It's not punishment. It's purification. You've been carrying weight that wasn't yours. You've been responsible for people who never covered you in return. You've been showing up for people who left you out when it mattered. No more. God is removing them before they ruin your next season. Your prayers have been heard. Your tears have been stored in jars. Your loneliness was not a sign of abandonment, it was a holy separation. The next time you cry, it will be tears of relief. The next time you tremble, it will be in awe of what He's about to do for you. Don't be afraid to rest. Your anxiety is not your portion. Peace is. Sleep will return. Your dreams will no longer be tainted by confusion and fear. Your home is being spiritually cleansed even now. The strange noises, the cold feeling, the heaviness in certain rooms, God is lifting it. Angels are stationed around your dwelling. Archangel Michael has been released to fight on your behalf. He carries a scroll with your name on it, and he is making sure no plot against you will stand. Your job is simple: trust, pray, obey. God is not just exposing the woman. He is exalting you. Not in pride, but in purpose. People who laughed at you will soon be silenced by your sudden breakthrough. Those who counted you out will be forced to watch you rise. The very place where you were humiliated will become the stage for your honor. Those who gossiped about you will choke on their words, not by your doing, but by God's design. There will be a message coming to you in the form of a dream in the next 3 nights. It will carry specific colors and numbers. Pay attention. These are not symbols of confusion. They are codes. confirmations, instructions. Write them down. You will need them. One of the numbers you see will match a phone number or address connected to someone who has been working against you in secret. The revelation will not come to harm you, it will come to free you. Everything hidden is being uncovered. Every lie is unraveling. The veil is lifting. Don't be afraid of the silence of others. They're quiet because they're realizing they were wrong. Let them wrestle. You don't need to explain yourself anymore. Your spirit is your defense. Your integrity is your witness. Your obedience is your shield. This is your turning point. Finally, God is exposing this woman. And in the process, He is also revealing who you truly are, not the version people projected onto you, not the version shaped by trauma, but the pure, radiant, divinely anointed you. The version of you that has been hidden behind pain, behind loyalty, behind restraint. She is coming forth now. And nothing will stop her. You are rising. Spiritually, emotionally, financially, mentally. The next 3 days will feel strange, heavy, maybe even surreal. That's normal. You're stepping out of old dimensions and into divine clarity. Don't rush to understand it all. Just trust. Just pray. God is not late. He's just being thorough. Everything He is removing now is what was blocking the blessing. And everything He's showing you now is the beginning of your restoration. There will be a phone call, an email, a knock at the door. You will know it when it comes. Do not ignore it. It's not just a person, it's a sign. God has already orchestrated the timing. Nothing random is allowed anymore. Every moment is now loaded with divine purpose. You are walking through a sacred corridor. Do not look back. The woman God exposed was the last test before your promise. You passed. Even if you felt weak, you passed. Even if you cried, you passed. Heaven is applauding. Angels are celebrating. And your name has just been written into a new season. Now go. Pray. Wait. Your time has come.